All right, guys, we've got another collection. A lot of X-Men in this one. Also some slabs. Stay tuned. All right, guys, yes, this is a heavy X-Men collection, but it did touch on a little bit of everything. I think it's like 6 or 7 short boxes, 1 long box, a bunch of slabs. Before we get into it, hit that thumbs up. You're going to enjoy the video, I promise you. Otherwise, why'd you even click on it, right? Also, down in the description below, there are numerous discount codes. What do we have down there? We have Whatnot. We have Gemini Comic Supply. We have Cover Price. And, of course, hit that subscription button. All right. This one I'm going to need you in the comments for because I'm going to ask you guys a question and I want to hear what you have to say. Since January, every collection that I've purchased and made a video of, which is literally every collection I've come across and acquired, we've made a video of, I've told you the price ahead of time before we've gone through all the books. Now, previously, all the years leading up to this, I've always had you guys guess the value of the collection or what I paid for the collection. The only reason I kind of got away from that is because it's hard to guess what I paid when you're only seeing a fraction of it because a lot of these videos now are multiple parts. So I'm going to continue telling you what I paid for it before we get into it. But if you don't like it or you'd like to go back the other way, I'd love to hear your opinion. What do you think? Give you the price ahead of time or give you the price at the end of the video? Let me know. All right, we're jumping into this one. What did I pay for this collection? This was a $2,500 collection. I believe this video is only going to be, or this series is going to be a 3-parter because like you guys have requested, you want to see every single book in the collection. So I try to do that for you. I flip through everything. This particular video is going to be slabs and I think 1 short box. And then the next one will be like 2.5 short boxes because one of them is short. And then I think part 3, is there one more? Yeah, but only 3-parter. Yeah, will be a long box and a short box. So that's going to be this whole series, 3 parts. This is part 1. Oh, this is part 1. All right, enough. You don't want to hear me talk. You want to see the comic books. Let's get into it. We're doing 1 short box and all of the slabs. All right, here we go. We have a box of slabs. We have 1 short box. Let me take care of this. Ooh, sorry. Really quick. Just a few treasuries. And the art of John Byrne, but I was told, and I didn't look because it didn't factor into the price for me at all, but this was actually signed on the interior by John Byrne, which it is. So there you go. We do have a John Byrne art book that is signed by John Byrne. I'm going to put this in an actual magazine bag and board. This entire collection needs to be rebagged and boarded. Spectacular Spider-Man, some 3D. I don't know if the glasses are even in there. Spectacular Spider-Man, Batman. I do have bags for these guys, and Spectacular Spider-Man #1. All right, let's get to the good stuff. We're gonna start on the slabs, right? We usually do. Here we go. Okay, let's have at it. This is X-Men. 119.90. This is a verified signature. Archie Goodwin, Dave Cockrum, John Byrne, Terry Austin, all on first page. 4 signatures on this verified slab. Uncanny, 145. That's a 9.8. This was the only book I think he said he cleaned, pressed, and submitted out of this. Everything else he picked up, I'm not sure. Strange Tales, 138. First Eternity, and a 5.0. This is a cracked case. This is going to force me to send all my cracked cases back into CGC and get them repaired. Signed by Stan Lee, signed by Chris Claremont, 7.0 newsstand on the X-Men 141 Days of Future Past. Big crack there. Big crack there. You can see another crack right here. This was actually up on display and got knocked down, he told me. X-Men 100. Nice anniversary issue. Signed on the bottom by Chris Claremont in a 7.5 white pager. X-Men 4, First Omega Red, with the Wolverine label and a 9.4. Another Wolverine label, 9.6. These are all direct. Another 9.6 with the Wolverine label, and then a 9.6 with the giant size label. Journey to Mystery, 109. Classic Magneto Thor cover, 2.0. Strange Tales, 158. This is the first appearance of the Living Tribunal in a 4.5. How about a 0.5 FF49? Page 3 and 14 are missing, but still, FF49, 0.5. Signed by Joe Sinnott. This is a Captain America 111 with the Cap label. Joe Sinnott has a great signature. Contemplating getting this cracked and having Steranko sign it here. I'm on the fence about that. We'll see. That would be sick. Here's an X-Men 14 3.0 first Sentinel, first Archangel, and a 9.4. X-Men 150, that's a 9.0 white pager. X-Men 221 9.6. This is all these X-Men books are important. X-Men 45, that is a 6.5, because all these copper bronze X-Men are part of the run in this collection. So when we start flipping through the X-Men books from this collection, you're going to see little holes. That's because they're all graded already. This is Fantastic Four 74, just a page. He said he really liked the page, and I'm not going to tell him he's wrong. Great page here. FF74. 7th page wrap only. X-Men 94 4.0, signed by Claremont. Or, I'm sorry, 94, 129. Here's a first Sinister, another 221 9.2. Here's your 94 2.5, signed by Claremont in pink paint pen, and then he also wrote in Snicked. So I thought that was really cool too. Makes it a little bit more of original. And an X-Men 101, signed by Claremont. This actually has restoration on it. Small amount of color touch on the cover. I didn't look closely to see where it was or if it could be removed, but this is a 6.5. Now, I'm going to put this away. We're going to slide over to the short box. Okay, one short box in this video. Let's see what we have. This was very interesting collection. So you have, here's the Spidey 2099, signed by, looks like Rick Leonardi on the bottom there in gold. Amazing Spider-Man 425, Spidey 2099 number 2, number 3, number 4. A lot of this stuff needs to be rebagged and boarded. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ASM 282, ASM 203, ASM 200, 174, 352, 374, just classic Bagley, 378, ASM 137, some bronze, low grade annual 21 wedding issue. This is the newsstand copy. Low grade. Let's see what else we have here. ASM Annual 27, 20. This, I believe, is from the movie. This is a very low-grade copy. ASM 800, the Delato. Giant Size Spider-Man 6. Amazing Spider-Man 24, Annual. Here's a Bagley and Michelini signed. First Speedball. This is ASM Annual 22. No COA on that one. Now we have Spider-Man 16. All right, I'll take another chunk out. We have this. I don't think this is going to unfold that. All right. Spider-Man 16, 17, 18, 20, 25, 26, 34, 35, which is part of the Maximum Carnage run, 37, 48. Now we have Spidey 1 Silver, Spidey 1 the regular cover, and then Spidey 1 Gold. It's funny, I haven't come across these in a long time. They used to come in like every collection. Spider-Man 2, another one, 3, 4, 5, 6, couple of them, 7, 8, 9, plural, 10, 11, 3 11s, 12, 13, 14, 2 of them. Was there 3 of them? Maybe. 15, 16. Jump Spectacular, 183. Spectacular, 176, 205. That was the first, what was it? Corona. Spectacular, 207, 208, 200. I don't know what number this is. 228, 229. 191, 184, 189, 200. Now some Web, 28, 37. Spider-Man Classics 1, Marvel Tales, 107, 164. Now we're back to Spider-Man. This is 92? What is that? 63. Yikes. There's a glare. Deadly Foes of Spider-Man 1, Ultimate Spider-Man, Death of Spider-Man number 1, ASM, also What If, This looks like a free comic book day book. Marvel Tales, Sensational. Marvel Tales, Special Edition. This is from that Collector Corp. Spider-Man 2. A lot of the stuff, this is a lot of work left in here. ASM 1. There's just a lot of more Collector Corp things. What If. Deadly Foes, Spidey, Super Stories, Spider-Man vs. Wolverine, Marvel Team Up, 100. Then we jump down to 11. And then 126, 57, 72, 27, 101, couple Death of Cravens, and then you have First Black Suits, 2 of them. The newsstand does not have a back cover. That I did know. So that was fun. And then 125 on the Marvel Team Up. So there you go. 1 short box and then the slabs from this collection. There you go. $2,500. This is one small portion. When we really get into it, and I'm going to talk about this when we get into more of the X-Men stuff, everything is very low grade. This collector was more of a get the book in your collection, don't worry about the grade. Some of them are much better than others, and I think you kind of got an idea about that. And I may have mentioned that already when you looked at the slabs. A lot of slabs, a lot of great books, everything is low grade, which is okay. Just like I told him, that just makes it affordable for people. Some people want our grade snobs. Some people want the book. Low grade is better than no grade, right? Have the book in hand. You could always upgrade later. So that was the mentality behind this entire collection. And you're going to get a better idea of it when we start going through the X-Men books, because there's a lot of X-Men in here, a lot of keys, a lot of books, not the greatest grades, but that's going to be for either part 2 or 3. I'm not quite sure. So that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, keep it comics.